In today's video, we're going to take a look at a really cool kind of outdoor tool from the folks at Hooyman. It's their ratcheting pruner. That's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me. So, folks at Battenfield Technologies, which is kind of like the parent company of BTI Tools, which is kind of like the new owners of Schrade and the other knife brands that I kind of got connected with, who, by the way, are somehow at the top of that food chain is Smith & Wesson. But anyway, they sent me this Hooyman. It's one of their family of companies, Hooyman Ratcheting Pruner, and I just thought it was pretty cool. I actually asked them to send me this when I went through their catalogs and we're looking at some cool stuff to review. I think this is really cool because it's a very handy tool to have, whether you're a hunter and you need to clear a shooting lane, you need to clear your tree stand area, or maybe you're trying to clear a place for a campsite, or you're just trying to cut up some kindling, or maybe you're just working in the yard. But just a pretty cool handy tool. And you've seen these ratcheting type pruners before, so that gives you a lot more leverage. But this one's got a little something extra, which I thought was pretty cool, and that is, it has a, if I can get this thing off of here. Oh, I see. It slides out like that. A detachable, locking little mini folding saw. Pretty stinking cool, I think, which actually forms one of the handles. That right there is what just kind of got my attention and made me think, okay, I got to check that thing out. And just slides back in here, locks in, and you're good to go. Then it has this, I don't know if this is what this little lock here is for. Oh, I see. Okay, I got it figured out now. So, as you can see, I am definitely a trained expert. Do not try this at home. Now, honestly, I like to kind of take these things straight out of the box and figure out how hard they are to use without any instruction, because that's exactly what you're going to have to do if you get one. So, but basically it's got a little locking latch right here that holds the handle shut, which is pretty cool, and then just pop that down, and it's got also a little kind of a grip thing here for your hands, so you don't lose it. If you're busy doing something else, you can kind of grab it and then you can do it again. So I have my handy dandy rained on kind of show notes here with the specs on them. Let's talk about this real quick, and then we'll get to doing some of that ratcheting pruner stuff. So first of all, the ratcheting pruner, the ratcheting mechanism in this thing is supposed to provide 10 times more force than just a standard, non-ratcheting pruner. It features a high-strength anodized aluminum frame, and then the blades, both the cutting blade and the saw blade, is SK5 high-carbon steel. It's got a black, as you can see, a black Teflon coating for smooth, easy cuts. And then the quick detach, once you know how to do it, quick detach saw with a 3.5-inch locking blade, and it locks both in the open and closed position. Pretty cool there. This blade is also made out of the SK5 high carbon steel. And then finally, the saw itself has the Hooyman Megabyte XP 4-edge tooth design. Pretty cool little saw. So I think the saw itself is just really cool. So that's probably enough rambling on my part. Let's do some pruning stuff. By the way, the price of this pruner on Amazon is about 34 bucks. Okay, so got a piece of wood here. We're going to try the ratcheting pruner part out first, and just go ahead and put it down on there and start cutting. Now it should, when it releases it should click up a notch, and it did. The only thing I'll say is, let's see, let me try it one more time. I have a hard time getting my hands open far enough. It's got to open enough. So it's got to open enough to release. Let's just see. Let's try it again. Okay, there we go. It's just, I think I had to get it broken in, so. I'm not having a lot of luck with the ratchet thing here, man. So the ratchet has got to get caught in here somehow. So let's just try it again. Let's see if we can get the ratchet to work. Okay, so it's not releasing back up to where it's supposed to, I don't think. I don't know what the deal is with this, man. The spring is not working right. Let's try again. All right, so shove it up in there. Good. Let it click. And what it's not doing for me is not ratcheting properly. Now, if I open it up all the way and squeeze it all the way, open it back up all the way, man, it's not working for me. I don't know. I can't seem to get the ratchet to work. Pissing me off is what it is. So what it ought to do is it ought to go up into this little slot here. See that little slot right there? It ought to go up into the next slot and ratchet on down. It actually went all the way up that time, so it goes all the way through. But it doesn't seem to be moving. Doesn't seem to be moving into the slot, moving through the slots properly. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 slots, so it should 4 clicks it ought to cut, right? 1, and it should go to the next slot, but it's not moving up. I'm pushing this thing as far open as I can get it with my hand to make it open. And it's just not moving up. So, straight out of the box, it's not working very well. So there's that. Not really happy with the ratcheting effect here, I gotta be honest with you. So let's try the saw. Push the release on it, open it up. Open this thing up here, and let me go ahead and get this big honking thing up here, right all in the way of the camera, and because I want you to see what I'm doing the first cut. So we're going to try this right here and see how well it works. See that? Oh, it cuts good. It cuts good. All right. So pretty good job on the saw, actually. Let's try another cut. And I'm just freehanding it too. I don't have it braced on anything, which really is going to make it less easy to use, less effective or efficient because it keeps slipping out. But the saw is rock and roll. I'm just going to tell you, the saw is great. It cuts really good, and I like the little folding, the lock on it. Ooh. The lock is exceptionally smooth. The action is really smooth. Man, I like this saw. I wish they sold this little saw standalone. That is just fits your hand really well. Be a great little little tool to have in the woods, in my opinion. It's got a really sharp spine on it. I bet you. Oh yeah. So I like the saw a lot. The ratchet pruners, you know, I got to say, I'm a little disappointed in the pruners. They're just not ratcheting. Maybe, and they got plenty of grease on them. I mean, they came pretty greased from the factory. I don't know if there's a problem inside. They're not working right. They're not. This thing's it's just not ratcheting. I mean, that's the bottom line. It's not ratcheting, and I don't know how to make it ratchet. But we're gonna try one more time. Maybe it just needs to get broken in. Got to cut the end off this thing. Now, see, it goes in good the first time. It bites in pretty good there. You can see that. Now let go on it. Now this time it's going to do it again. It's going to work for me now, right? But now let go of it, and it's not ratcheting up to the next level. So it's keeping the same place it's got, and which means the jaws aren't closing. And if I push it up, it's just not working very well. It'll finally get there, but yeah, we're done. Man, had really high hopes for this. I'm very disappointed that the ratchet function on this is not working properly. I'll get in touch with them and see if maybe there's just a problem with this particular model, but I will say I like the little saw here. Hooyman, if you're listening, put this saw out as an individual product to this exact size, this exact saw. Maybe you could lose a little attachment feature here. I think you'd have a winner there because this will fit right in your pocket very easily without any problem. And it feels really good and it cuts really good. So, but altogether, Hooyman Ratchet Pruner, I will get back to you with an update if we can figure out if this thing works. But I got to say right now, I just really can't recommend this model. So, thanks to the folks at Hooyman for sending me this so I can show it to you and test it. I will be getting back with them, let them know they got kind of a problem here. Maybe we'll get it figured out. So, and as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. I put out a brand new video every Friday and Saturday, and very often random videos throughout the week. Check out a new one right here. If you're not subscribed, please click down in the corner and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident. So be prepared. I'll see you next time.